In our last episode of Shiba token analysis, we saw that the coin was sitting at a very critical point and it was either going to break up or break down based on the next few days. Well, those few days have passed, so it's time to revisit the Shiba token, perform some technical analysis and make some price predictions on where we can expect to see the coin go in the near future. Let's get into it. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another crypto video. Today we're taking a look at one of our channel favorite coins, SHIB Coin. We're going to be performing our usual technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see the coin go in the next few days, weeks and months. But before we get into that, guys, please remember to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy today's video. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. We cover investing, crypto, stocks, and wealth management. I'd also love to know down in the comments section below if you're a SHIB holder and what your thoughts are on where SHIB is going in the near future. But without any further ado, let's jump into the computer and start today's analysis. Welcome into CoinSpot, guys. If you're looking to buy SHIB or any other cryptocurrencies, there's a link down in the description of today's video where you can sign up and get started now. But let's take a look at the Shiba Inu chart. And as you can see, we have had a little bit of an increase. And in saying that, we've gone realistically from roughly 855 all the way up to at its peak at 1244. So very good stuff. We're currently sitting at 1080 now, which is good news. I'm going to swap over to the daily in a second, but just to put things into perspective, this is quite a decent jump. As you can see, obviously we were coming down, we're moving towards a critical point, which I'll show soon, but we have managed to prevail and we've broken out. And even just on an hourly perspective, what you can see is a flag pattern is starting to form. In fact, I'm going to bring it from this point here. What occurred was basically we saw a bull flag on multiple occasions occur over a few hours. So there's one pole. I'm going to show you others because this is like history repeating itself. First one is right here. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see it perfectly. We got the flagpole. We had the flag, which, you know, formed right here. And then we had the breakout, bang. Once again, this exact same situation occurred. We got our flagpole form. Our flag actually forms itself as well. This is a bit more of a pennant this time. Bang, we've broken out. Then we are now in our final flag. Now, initially, it looked like we were going sort of this direction. You know, we hit, bang, once again. I'll just chuck the bottom in so you can see exactly what's going there. We've broken out once again, but not as big. But overall, really good stuff. And I'm expecting within the next few days, we will continue to either see a bit of consolidation, a bit of a pump, or anything in that sort of nature. As we have now broken that downtrend we were experiencing, and we've broken up into the correct direction. So I'm just going to go to the daily chart now so we can have a bit more perspective. Now, obviously in the grand scheme of things, when we're looking back here, it doesn't look like much, but when you consider we've been doing basically next to nothing for the past few weeks, this is great stuff. And as we zoom in, you can see this really comes into play. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you exactly what had happened from, I suppose, a bit of a charting perspective. You can see we were solidly in a downtrend here. We were moving, it was consolidating, we were getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and we got to a point where we eventually broke out. So really exciting stuff here, especially for, I suppose, our longer term holders as well. And as you can see, we consolidated over a period of time between these two bands and managed to break, and we broke right at that 1028 mark, which is fantastic. And what you're actually seeing right now is something very exciting. It is actually another flag pattern forming. So I'm going to just bring that there. There's a flag there, you can't really see it, so I'm just going to put it there. You can see that we're experiencing a similar sort of thing once again. I'm going to probably chuck this one in here. There's not much going on at the moment, so it's a bit harder to, I suppose, put our flag into place. But if we grab our little markers here, we can roughly see that a flag is now starting to form. And we have bounced once again off this trend line a few different times. So really good stuff. And I'm expecting and particularly hoping that we will start, breaking through this point and then testing these key areas. As you can see, there is plenty of resistance, probably sitting at this 12 mark right here. It was tested back on the 8th of August, but it was not broken through. So I think that will be effectively the target for today's video. This mark right here, let me just plug that one in, currently sitting at 12 right there, was tested, come back down, back to test the old downtrend, and then moving back up again. Hopefully we're going to break out of this flag and see some really good stuff occur. So happy days there for us. I'm just going to remove these. I'm going to keep the other lines in there, but let's bring in a few more indicators to get a gauge of exactly what is going on. Firstly, let's bring in a few of our moving averages, the 20-day and the 50-day for this one. So we're going to put the 20-day right here. As you can see, we are moving now in a bit more of an upwards direction, which is fantastic news. And the 50-day, which we have now surpassed from a pricing perspective for the first time in quite a while. So really good stuff. What we're looking for now is for this 20-day moving average to start sloping up, and what we want it to do is effectively break through the 50-day moving average, forming that golden cross for us and basically confirming that we have changed trend. So we're trending in a positive direction. That is the best thing we can hope for from a moving average point of view. But at the moment, we can see that this 50-day moving average might be acting as a bit of a support point if we do tend to come back. And it's all sort of converging back to where the downtrend was initially, the top end of that. So I think we'll really see this is a very important point of support for us moving forward. So great stuff there from a moving average perspective. Let's have a look at the MACD as well to gauge the direction of momentum, and as you can obviously see, we are moving up. I think maybe we might see a bit of a plateau until we see another breakout. May occur now, may occur in a few days, but until then we will effectively see green for a bit longer, I think. So good stuff there. Might hollow out, as I said, but all good. Nothing really special to report on the MACD, just that we're obviously, converged and have been for a while now. So great stuff. Final one I want to bring in is the relative strength index. So the RSI. Let's bring that one in. And as you can see, obviously we were towards the bottom end of our bands at 42. We shot up after that massive buying spree to 66, still staying within the bands, and now we're sitting, roughly back at 62 after it has calmed down a bit. So we still have plenty of room to move, and there's no reason to see really any selling coming back from an RSI perspective. So good stuff as well there, guys. I suppose one more thing we can look at are our Bollinger Bands. Bring them in. You can see we got really tight from a pricing perspective, and the tighter this is means the tighter it's going to be, and it's going to break out soon. Obviously this is what occurred, and you can see basically it got tight to the point where we broke out, and now we're sitting actually outside the bands. I'd expect to see the price come back into these. So as I said, maybe a couple of days worth of consolidation in this flag pattern that was here previously before a move up to test today's target, which is 12.00 Australian dollars. I'm absolutely stoked to see that SHIB Coin is now moving in the right direction. We've seen the breakout occur, and it was in an upwards direction as we were hoping for. Obviously, we still had that risk of it breaking down due to the fact that it really wasn't following the rest of the crypto market, which was pumping for the few days prior, but we got there. We moved up, it broke out, and we can, I suppose, rest a bit more assured now that there is still momentum coming in, there's still buyers coming in, and we will see potentially that 12 mark hit very, very soon. I'd love to know your thoughts on SHIB down in the comments section below. Where do you think it's going to go within the next couple of weeks? If you did enjoy today's video, remember to leave a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. We cover crypto, stocks, investing, and wealth management. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.